What's up, y'all? I'm here, I'm gonna give my final thoughts or whatever to Drake's album, because I'm Drake out. Pause. And yeah, if you guys saw my last video, you can see that I didn't like the album. I didn't enjoy the album. I didn't like the album. And yeah, after a couple of days, I re-listened to it, and it grew on me. It grew on me, but it's still at the bottom tier of his catalog. But you wanna know what's crazy? Playing the album on shuffle made the experience of the album even better. I like it more on shuffle than playing it from track 1 to track 23. For some reason, the album, there's no cohesiveness. None of the tracks really go into each other. From Gently to Rich Baby Daddy to the Lil Yachty song, the album's just a mess all over the place. So, compared to Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, I feel like the album was actually an album experience. But for All the Dogs, it just felt like you just threw track 1, 2, 3, they didn't have a plan set up. They just put a track on the disc, put that on the disc. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a tier list for All the Dogs. So I'll be ranking basically 23 songs, from S tier to D tier, So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we'll go in order. I don't think this is the order of the album. Nah, it's not. Alright, so the first track we have up here is Virginia Beach, which when I first played it, I didn't like it at all. I felt like it was out of place. It wasn't the typical intro we get by Drake, but I think it's probably one of my favorite tracks on the album right now. I play this song a lot. It's probably my most played song on the album. Yeah, if not maybe the second most played from what I can see here. But yeah, Virginia Beach, it gives me, obviously when I first listened to it, with the sample, the Frank Ocean sample, it gave me a Tuscan Leather type of feel. And then the way he was kind of singing on it, and flowing on it with his melody, gave me a keep the family close, the intro that was on Views. So it's a nice blend of the two, which I didn't catch on right away. But yeah, it's a good intro. It's up there with Drake's intro. So obviously not one of the best. My personal favorite best is Tuscan Leather. But it's a good start to the album. It's a good intro. I'm gonna put in the S tier. It's an S tier. It's S tier song. It's S tier. Nope. Yeah. Second track, Bahamas Promises. How does the song go again? Bahamas Trip, it gives a little, I didn't say this before, but what made this album not that good to me is just the overhype it got. Drake was overhyping it. I kept hearing rumblings of this gonna be the old Drake. If that wasn't the case, if they didn't put that out there, it wasn't a long wait, maybe I would have enjoyed this album even more. But obviously I had high expectations. You can't say the old Drake, name the album For All the Dogs, and then come up with this. If that was never in the talks and you just put out an album, maybe I would have enjoyed the album even more. But you didn't give me old Drake vibes. There's this little glimpse of old Drake on this album, but this album was mostly, in my opinion, more R&B, more singing. And when I hear For All the Dogs, I thought he was gonna be rapping, for the dogs. But anyways, that's besides the point right now. Bahamas Promises, glimpse of old Drake. It's good, It's not one of the best singing songs on the album, so I'm not gonna rate it too high. But I'll give it a B. It's in the B tier. Yeah. Next is Tried Our Best. Tried Our Best. I like the melody. I didn't like the song at first. I was mocking it at first, because at the beginning, it was it was weird. It threw me off, but I don't think it's better than Bahamas Promises, so I'm gonna put it at a C. It's not a bad song. It's not as bad as I made it out to be, but I'm gonna put it as a C. Could be a D, but I'll give it a C. Give it a C. Next, I should disclude. Actually, no, I'm gonna include it. Screw the World interlude. Drake has had better interludes in his career, and I liked it at first because of the sample. If I Ruled the World sample, but hearing it again, it's just out of place in the album. It makes no sense. It's just a waste of space on the album. It's filler to me. So I'm gonna put it as a D. Yeah. Next song, Jewel Picasso. Virginia Beach, Jewel Picasso, most played songs right now on the album. This is Take Care Drake, honestly. If I had to pick a song that kinda resembles Take Care Drake or Nothing Was the Same era Drake, I would put Jewel Picasso. It's just unbelievable. Like it's just a vibe, you know. I played it on my way here, you know. Nice drive at nighttime, you know. It's a good track. The only thing I don't like about this song is that, like, why is he about to kill himself over a girl? Like, you're 36 years old, you're a billionaire, you know what I mean? Like, why are you trying to kill yourself over a girl because she's talking to some next guy? Like, I guess that's old Jake, right? So, but this S tier. So right now we have two songs in the S tier. We have Virginia Beach, Jewel Picasso. Let me know you guys' thoughts. But yeah, next we have is Members Only, which it grew on me again. This song grew on me. It's a good. It's not one of my favorite, you know, Drake and Party Next Door collabs. My personal favorite is Recognize, but I like the song until Jake said, "Feel like I'm back because you remind me of one of the guys." Like, I know he was kind of kidding on the track with that line, but it's corny. It's one of the many corny lines on the album, but it's good. It's a good track. I like the track, so I'll give it a B. It's a B. Next is What Will Pluto Do, and this track pisses me off. This track could have been bigger than it is, or was. I don't know what it is, but this song, honestly, it could have been a hit. The okay part, you know, think Illuminati, okay, that should have been the hook. Like, if I was in the studio with them, I would have been like, yo, why don't you turn it into a hook? It was right there, and they missed out on that opportunity. I don't know. But overall, I like the track. I like the message of the track. Not the message, but I like the direction of the track. You know, what will Pluto do? You know, Future. And what he was saying on the track is exactly what I think Future would do in real life. So, you know, just because they ruined the chance to make the okay part a hook, I'll give it an A. Could have been an S tier, but he went away from that flow, and it could have been bigger than it was. But I'm just gonna put it as an A, which is still a good ranking. I'll put it as an A. Next is All the Parties. This is a disappointing track to me. A wasted Chief Keef feature, wasted collaboration. You know, Chief Keef, Drake, like one of the 2010s most influential rappers, on the same track years later. You know, and well, we got like a 2-bar Chief Keef verse, a hook type verse. It was a wasted feature. The song's good at the beginning, but then towards the end it gets boring. You know, I don't know what Drake's talking about. It dragged on. So just because of all those reasons, I'm just gonna. It's a D. It's a D, man. Sorry, I want to put it as a C, but just because the Chief Keef feature felt so out of place and wasted, I'm just gonna. It's a D, which is, you know, Chief Keef's one of my favorite rappers, you know. But it's a D, man. Next, 8 AM in Charlotte. If you guys haven't seen my reaction, you know, it's on my channel. 8 AM in Charlotte, timestamp record Drake. So it's not a D, it's not a C. You know, it's Drake rapping, talking his shit. He doesn't miss on these timestamp records, but you know, this is probably my least favorite timestamp Drake record. I still like it though a lot, but it's not a 5 AM in Toronto. It's not at 6 PM in New York. It's, in my opinion, it's not even a 4 PM in Calabasas. You know, it's a good timestamp record, but you know, Drake's been doing this lazy flow now, this rich lazy flow, which at times is pretty cool. It's pretty nice to hear, you know, but not really feeling it as much as I felt the other timestamp records. Even 7 AM on Bridal Path, which is very slept on. It's probably my third favorite. But yeah, it's good. He was spitting his bars. The Czechoslovakian line was corny, which, you know, just continues the run of Drake with his corny lines, especially on this album recently. But I'm gonna give it it's an A. It's an A. People won't kill me. People might say it's an S tier, but I'm gonna put it as an A. It's an A. Yeah, in my opinion, right? Alright, BBL Love interlude. First, of course, I didn't like it, but the track is funny in my opinion, you know. It went to the Drake show, showing all titties, showing all ass, whatever he said, you know. I'm just picturing, you know, bringing your girl to a Drake concert and Jake's literally on stage looking at your girl in the eyes, or a girl looking at Drake in the eyes, like, what do you do in that instance, you know what I mean? But I like the track. It's a good track, you know. Nice interlude. I'm gonna give it a B. It's a B. It's a B. I play this track. I play this track still, so I'll give it a B. Next we have is Gently. And you know, I'm gonna be gently right now because I want to roast the fuck out of this track. Wasted, Bad Bunny collaboration with Drake. This is nowhere near close to friggin' what was that track? Mia. Mia is 10 times like it's not even no competition, bro. Like they should have went with the beginning, not the Spanish part, the intro what Jake was doing, because that was just corny and cringeworthy, and I felt like that was like racist, if that makes any sense. But I like the beginning part, you know, fly out the visa, me not want to leave, yeah, like that will go off in the right setting, you know. But other than that, like, where was the hook in this song? Bad Bunny felt out of place, and it was just a wasted collaboration. And in the album too, if you're going from track 1 to 23 in the flow of the album, the song makes no sense at all, you know. It's just out of place, you know. So I'm gonna give it a D. It's a D tier, man. Which right now there's 3 songs in the D tier, so you know, that says something. Next is Amen. This song gets played too. Tizo Touchdown, bro. I looked him up to see who this guy was, and like, he doesn't look like Is there a fire right now? But yeah, Tizo Touchdown, he doesn't look like I pictured him to look like. This guy can sing his ass off. You know, he did his thing, you know. 7969, he did his thing towards the end of that track. Amen, he killed that hook. You know, he went crazy. He went crazy. And just, I'll give it an A. I'm gonna give it an A just because of that. It could have been an S tier, but it's not one of the tracks I go to, you know. But I'll give it an A because that hook is crazy. I like what Jake did on the track. And for the second song of the album too, you know, it's a good track. Good track. I'm gonna give it an A. That hook is crazy, man. Next is Rich Baby Daddy. And it's between Gently and Rich Baby Daddy. Like, they can go do a versus for which track is the worst track ever on the album, you know. The beginning gave me good vibes, you know. And then when Sexy Red came on the track, like, they should have put her vocals down, you know, dimmed it down a little bit. She felt kind of out of place. It was a waste of Sexy Red feature. They should have went a different route with Sexy Red. But it's a good look for Sexy Red to be on a Drake album, you know what I mean? Like, she just came in the game like, feels like less than 6 months ago. So that's big for her, you know. Shout out to Sexy Red. SZA, I felt like she did her thing, you know. SZA, she has a great voice, but she felt out of place on that beat. Even Drake at the beginning too felt out of place. But I like you know what? I'm shitting on Sexy Red, but at least her verse I preferred over Drake's verse, even though it was short and she stopped rapping and then the beat just ran on, which was weird. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a D. Another late night. It's just another late night. Woman. Honestly, I heard that on the Bigs today when I was out, and it's a good track. I mean, I didn't like it at first, you know, but it's a good track. I like Jake's verse. Lil Yachty's part, you know, grew on me. It's a good track, you know. It's a good vibe type of track, you know. I don't really have much to say about it. It's what it is, you know. It's, you know, the video with Cole Bennett was really good. You know, it's good seeing Drake with Cole Bennett, you know. Cole Bennett's been grinding. You know, I remember he was doing videos of Famous Dex and, you know, underground stuff. So it's crazy to see his videos and him, you know what it is now, grow to what it is now. So yeah, but another late night, which is weird, you know. Usually the end of Drake's albums, you know, they set it off good, but it was just weird having this, like, I think the third to last track on the album, which was weird. But I'm gonna give it a C. It's a C. Away From Home, I like this track a lot. You know, the track's a sleeper to me. A lot of people need to go check out this track. If you guys haven't, you know, listened to this track really, or if you guys didn't listen to this track yet, Away From Home, I think it's the second to last track on the album, and he's just breaking down like his come up, his ups and downs, like he remembers, you know. So it's that type of track reflecting on his career, you know, throughout the years, which is really good. I wish he had more of this on his album, you know. We want that type of Drake. We like the vulnerable Drake. You know, we want to hear about Drake's life, what he's been going through, you know. Like, yes, he's rich, you know, what else can you talk about instead of, you know, fucking bitches, partying, you know, popping perks, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's good to hear this side of Drake, you know. I like storytelling Drake, you know. I like perspective Drake. That's my favorite type of Drake. But everyone's different, you know. But Away From Home, I like the song a lot. I give it, it's an A. It's an A. It's an A. Go listen to that track. Yeah. Next is Polar Opposites, the last track on the album. Let me see. I like the song. I like the message of the song for Polar Opposites. It's a good Drake track. It gives me Take Care vibes again. Nothing Was the Same vibes. So just like Joe Picasso. Which I guess, if that's what they meant when there was old Drake on the album, I guess they meant these two songs, you know, for the most part. But it's a good track. It gets played. It's not the track I run to the most, you know, on the R&B level. You know, Joe Picasso, you know, Slam You Out. I find they're better tracks. But overall, it's a good song. It's good. I'll give it it's a C. It's not the best ending album type of Drake, you know, because we've had better ending Drake songs, you know. For instance, Pound Cake, Views on Views, even though How Long Bling I know was the last track, but I feel like they just threw that on there. But anyways, yeah, so Polar Opposites, it's a C. It's definitely not a D, it's a C. Could be an A, but it's a C, it's a C. Calling For You with 21 Savage. This beat is crazy. The song feels like a leftover off of Her Loss, which I find is better than this album, but I don't count that because it's a collaboration tape, even though Drake was on, I think, 80% of the album. But yeah, I like the beginning of the track. I didn't like the girl sample, which I don't know where that's from, her part, but that part's funny. I don't mind it. It's a little dragged on, you know, but it's a good song. I like the first part of the song. I don't like the end of the song. I don't like 21's part at all. 21 might need to switch up his flow a little bit and what he's talking about the track, because now it's starting to sound repetitive. But, you know, I still like 21. Is one of my favorite rappers, you know, today, you know. But yeah, Calling For You. What is there? A fire going on? Like, what's going on, bro? But yeah, overall, just because I don't like the ending with 21's part, it felt out of place. It felt boring, you know. They should have kept the same beat, you know, for 21 Savage to rap on. At least maybe it would have been better, but it just felt out of place. Took forever to get to this part too, which was crazy. But Calling For You, I'm gonna give it it's a C just because of that, you know. Yo, what's going on, bro? All right, Fear Heights. I don't know why Drake's coming for Rihanna and A$AP Rocky like this. You know what I mean? They're just chilling, doing their own thing. You know, they have 2 kids now on vacation, living life, celebrating birthdays, celebrating life. You know. But it is true though. Whenever they pop out of nowhere, they're always mentioning Drake. And I don't really think, in my opinion, I don't think Drake's really hung up on that. I don't think he really cares. You know, Drake's doing his own thing. He can get whatever girl he wants, you know, whoever, whenever, you know, name and time and place. Obviously, they're not a Rihanna type of level, but still, I don't think he's really pressed up on that. So it's just funny to hear, you know, y'all can't rate me, better him than me. Yo, Drake's a petty, light-skinned nigga, bro. But yeah, Fear Heights, I like the hook could have been a little bit better, but I don't mind. I like the vibe of the track. It's a nice turn-up track. It could be an S tier because I play this track a lot. It's like between Daylight and Fear Heights. I don't know which one's better. They're kind of similar to me. Play both of them like back to back. Fear Heights, Daylight. I don't know which one I prefer. They're kind of similar, like I said. I have to put one of them in the S tier. I just don't know which one. But for now, Girl, you make me wanna. Charmin Daylight. Shout Shit, let me know what you guys think. If you think Fear Heights is better than Daylight or Daylight is better than Fear Heights, or they're both equally good, let me know. Just because I like the the part where it's like anti this, anti that. A lot of people don't like that part. I like that part. I like to play on words with that. It's just funny overall. Then he's like, "Yo, let me chill," and he's like, "Nah, fuck that." Then, girl, you made me that part. That part's hard. It's S tier, in my opinion. This is my list. Fear Heights, S tier for me. You know what I mean? Yo, I can't drag for shit. Alright, Fear Heights. So we have 3 songs in the S tier. We have Virginia Beach, Jewel Picasso, and Fear Heights. It's my opinion. Next, Daylight. Like I was saying, it's between Fear Heights and Daylight because they're similar and they're back to back too. Charmin Daylight. Charmin Daylight. I like that song. Another turn up track. That will go hard in the club, strip club, It's made for that type of vibe. Honestly, Drake, if I was him, I would do a video for one of these songs or one of them and then blend in with the next song. That would be a crazy video if it's shot well, in the right environment. Daylight, I'm not gonna give it S tier because I'm not gonna put Fear Heights and Daylight both in S tier, which is crazy because they're kind of similar. I guess you could, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it as an A, in my opinion, So I'm gonna put Daylight at. So that's how you have to do it. You have to swipe it fast. Alright. Now we're in the game. Finally. Towards the end of the video, we're in the game. Alright. Next is first person shooter. First person shooter, man. This first track we heard, Kendrick. Not Kendrick, fuck. Yo, I'm tripping, bro. I don't think we're ever gonna get Kendrick and Drake on the same song, but first track in like over a decade with J. Cole and Drake, and honestly, like, I wouldn't mind a collab tape from them, I'd honestly prefer that over Kendrick and J. Cole, in my opinion. This track, they mesh well together, I feel like Drake, he could have went more harder, in the track. J. Cole obviously got the better of Drake in this track. Drake had to switch up the beat and try something else because I don't know what's going on in the studio. Maybe he felt like he couldn't keep up with J. Cole. But if I was Drake, I would have came on a 6 p.m. in New York type of flow, stay on the same type of beat, just match J. Cole's energy. But I do like the second part of the beat. I like what J. Cole's saying on the beat. I packed them in this phone like some sardines. I like it. But yeah, I feel like Drake should stay on the same beat. It's, rap with J. Cole. You should have matched energies, But I do like the second part of the track, so I guess I can't complain. Overall, the track is good. And obviously, it's an S tier, So, shout out to J. Cole, man. This guy's on a run of amazing features. I like this last album. So I can't wait for a new album by J. Cole. I don't think he's gonna miss. J. Cole can't miss at this point right now. Yeah, so shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to Drake. This is a good collaboration with them. And yeah, so we have 3 more to go. Right now is I Don't Give a Fuck with Yeat. Not familiar with Yeat. Obviously the young kids, they like Yeat. This song's probably gonna be the most streamed song on the album, which is, what did I do just now? Hold up. Yeah, so this track with Yeat's gonna probably be the most streamed song on the album. It's this and First Person Shooter going back and forth with the streaming on this, but overall, it feeds a purpose. When I'm out and they play this song, obviously I'm gonna be feeling it. Some drinks in my system. It's a good beat, hard beat. I like Drake's verse. People hating on his verse. I don't know why. I like his verse. Yeat is obviously the standout of the track with the hook in his verse. I like his flow. I'm gonna give it a B. It's a B in my opinion. I don't play it as much as the other songs, like in the S tier and even the A tier, but I'm gonna put I Don't Give a Fuck with Yeat. I'm gonna put it as a B tier. Yeah. Next we have 7969. This track gets played too. I like the Chief Keef sample. When I listened to it a second time, I felt like it was out of place and like, weird use of the sample, but it makes sense. I like the vibe of the track. It gives me old type of Drake too, and overall it's a good track. And of course, like I said, Tizo Touchdown, man. This guy, I gotta listen to his catalog because I didn't know he can sing like that. He doesn't look like he could be singing like that, which is crazy. But 7969, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a B tier. B tier. It's a B tier. B tier. Yeah. Last but certainly not least, Slime Me Off featuring SZA. That was the first track we heard that was on the album. You know, I didn't like the song at first. I felt like it wasn't a good song to lead into the album. You know, it's for all the dogs. We didn't want to hear this R&B stuff. But obviously, this song was way ahead of its time. It flows well with the album. And I play this song a lot. You know, it's a good song. It does give me a glimpse of old Drake. It reminds me of kind of like a jungle. Don't kill me on this. It sounds kind of jungle-y, like it gives you that type of vibe a little bit, but obviously it's not a jungle. But I like it. I feel like Drake got smoked. SZA smoked him. Like Drake could have came harder, but his last part, you know, naming the months, and you know that part was I like that part. It was cool. But yeah, this is an S tier track. Come on, SZA and Drake, they both smoked it. This track grew on me. Go listen to Slime Me Off. It's a really good song. Just as a first song, first single, I wouldn't have let out with this song. But in the flow of the album, or by itself, or on shuffle, when this song comes on, it's always a vibe. It doesn't. I don't skip it. It's good. So it's S tier in my opinion. So yeah. Alright, so that wraps it up. So in the S tier, we have Virginia Beach, Joe Picasso, Fair Heights, First Person Shooter, Slime Me Up. And the A tier, What Would Pluto Do, 8 AM in Charlotte, Amen, Away From Home, and Daylight. And the rest is there, you guys can look. If you guys agree with my list, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. Let me know your tiers, what you guys think. And yeah, thanks for support. And yeah, I'm Draked out, man. This is probably my last Drake video for a long time. But yeah, overall, I do like the album. It's not in my top 3. It's probably not even my top 5 Drake albums, but you know, you can't complain with new Drake. Everyone's dissing it, you know, but at least Drake is dropping. And he's here to drop music. A lot of our favorites are not dropping music like that, so I do give Drake credit for that. You know, I agree with Joe Budden, with Drake. He needs to change his direction of music. You know, I know he's trying to like fit in with the young crowd. I know the young crowd is what makes music sell and stream, but it's nice to at least hear a little bit of more perspective Drake, you know, some type of, it's weird because Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and even If You're Reading This Too Late, I feel like that's a more mature Drake. But obviously the times are different now, you know, especially with music. You know, music has changed dramatically, you know, especially from when I was in, you know, high school. It's changed from then, but you know, overall for all the dogs, it's a good project. It's not one of my favorite Drake albums for sure, but go listen, try to listen to it on shuffle. Trust me, it's a better experience. But yeah, that's it. You know, shout out to Drake. You know, that's it. More videos to come, guys. Thanks for the support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? Until next time. Peace.